Hi children, good morning. Take page number 77. It is your EVS part, Unit 5, lesson number 10, or material heritage. Or material heritage. So this is the unit 5 and lesson number 10, or material heritage. So here children, heritage is nothing but, if you observe, so many monuments are there, so many architectures are there. Okay, now we have a history of our India. Okay, even our state also have a history of so many monuments and architectures. Now in this lesson we are going to learn about our material heritage. Let's warm up. Time to warm up. Material heritage. What is that children? Material heritage. Material heritage includes all historical things that exist in physical form even today. So material heritage includes all historical things. So what are the historical things? For example, children, have you ever visited to Golconda? That is a historical place. Museum, historical place. Salarjung Museum, historical place. Mysore Palace, historical place. And Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders, it's a historical place. So here, material heritage includes all historical things that exist in physical form even today. The things that can be seen and touched and have historical importance are part of our material heritage. So the things that can be seen, which we see, which we touch, and have historical importance. The things which we see, which we touch, okay, have historical importance, are part of our material heritage. You already know that monuments. What are those children? Monuments. You already know about the monuments. Sculptures. You already know about the monuments, sculptures, paintings. So you already know about the monuments, sculptures, paintings, artifacts. Okay, so here this is artifacts, books. Next one is weapons and tools. Monuments, sculptures, paintings, artifacts, books, weapons and tools inform us about our history. So how do you know about the past? By referring the books, by artifacts with the help of the arts, monuments, sculptures. You can see so many statues and so many sculptures also, even with the help of paintings also. And the weapons, all these are available in the museum, children, about the kingdoms of different kings. So here in this chapter you will learn about monument, sculpture, paintings that form a part of our invaluable material heritage. So material heritage is nothing but the things which you can see and touch are even today. In this lesson we are going to learn about 3 things. One is monuments, sculptures and paintings of our past. Okay. Children, so far we have seen the monuments, sculptures and paintings. Yes, they reflects our culture and tradition. And now let's see the first one, architecture. First one is architecture. Indian architecture has been shaped by different cultures. Indian architecture has been shaped by different cultures. Different cultures, religions, civilizations. So we have different religions like Hindu, Muslim, Buddha, Christian. So here the statement is Indian architecture has been shaped by different cultures. So based on the religions, the architecture is there. Based on the cultures, the architecture is there. Based on the civilization, like Indus Valley civilization, later Vedic civilization, like that. It depends upon the civilizations that are flourished here in the past. It has also been influenced by cultures from far off places in the world. So if you'll observe in the world, so many places are there. So in India, here see, from the past, so many civilizations were existing. Okay. So that is why we can see a great variety in structures, designs and purposes of different monuments. So we have seen different structures, different designs and purposes of different monuments since ancient times. Ancient times means old times. Now let us see once again. Indian architecture has been shaped by different cultures. So based on the cultures, the architectures has been shaped based on religions, based on civilizations. It has been influenced by cultures from far away places. So here it has been influenced from far away places in the world. That is why we can see a great variety in structures. You can see great variety in structures, great variety in designs and purpose of different monuments since old times or ancient times. Okay. Children, have you ever visited one of the 7 wonders in the world? What is that, children? Taj Mahal. It's a beautiful architecture. Okay, it's a beautiful monument and it is considered as one of the 7 wonders. So here Taj Mahal is named as World Heritage Site by UNESCO. So this is a site, children. World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Okay, so here Taj Mahal means Crown Palace. Taj Mahal means what, children? Crown Palace. Taj Mahal means it's a crown palace. It is located on the banks of the river Yamuna in Agra. Where is the Taj Mahal located, children? It is located in the banks of the river Yamuna. In which place? Agra is located in Delhi, our capital. Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world, was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. So it is one of the 7 wonders. It is one of the 7 wonders. So here it is one of the 7 wonders in the world, and it is here it was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. It is built by Mughal Emperor. Yes, this is Shah Jahan. Who built Taj Mahal, children? Yes, Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal. In which place it is there? Agra. What is the meaning of here Taj Mahal? Crown Palace. What is that? Crown Palace. It is one of the 7 wonders. And here who built this? Shah Jahan in fond memory. So it is built okay, for his love and wife Mumtaz. What is her name? Mumtaz. In the memory of Mumtaz Mahal. So her name is Mumtaz Mahal. So he named that is as Taj Mahal. Okay, in the memory of Mumtaz, he built the Taj Mahal. It is considered as one of the 7 wonders of the world. By UNESCO, named this Taj Mahal as Crown Palace. It is located near the bank of the river Yamuna. And it is in which place, children? Agra. So here it was built in was built in, here see, in the 17th century. In which century, children, it is built? In 17th century the Taj Mahal was built. And the large white marble tomb, the large white marble tomb and the dome are the main attractions of the Taj. If you see, children, the Taj, so here the white marbles are there, the white marbles are there, and there is a dome also. Okay, that attracts the people and attracts many. It's a tourism place also, children. Okay, if you won't visit also, please go to Taj Mahal once and visit with your parents. The large white marbles tomb and the dome are the main attractions of the Taj. It has 4 minarets at the 4 corners. 4 minarets are there, children. How many minarets? 4 minarets are there in the 4 corners. Okay, how many? 4 minarets. First minaret, second minaret, third minaret, and fourth minaret. 4 minarets are there in the 4 corners. So what are the features? What are the speciality of this Taj Mahal? It has a dome, white marbles, and next one 4 minarets. And white marble and semi-precious stones have been used it. So what is the main specialty of that? White marbles. Okay, white marbles and precious stones are used in it. White marbles and precious. Precious means very valuable. Precious stones are used to build this Taj Mahal. More than 1,000 artisans and craftsmen worked on it. See, children, the person who artists and craftsmen also worked on it, more than 1,000. Passage from the Muslim holy book, the Quran, have been written on the walls of the Taj Mahal. These are called as the Surah. What is Surah, children? So, in the Muslim holy book, what is the holy book of Hindus? Bhagavad Gita. What is the holy book of Christians? Bible. What is the holy book of Muslims? Quran. What is that? Quran. Passage from the Muslim holy book, the Quran, have been written on the walls of the Taj Mahal. So it is also written on the walls of the Taj Mahal. The passage from the Quran written on the walls of the Taj Mahal, that is called Surah. What is that? Surah. So once again you see here, Taj Mahal is one of the beautiful architectures. Okay, named as World Heritage Site by UNESCO. What is the meaning of the Taj Mahal? Crown Palace. Where it is located? Yes, it is located in the river banks of the river Yamuna in Agra. Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Who built that? Mughal emperor. He's a Shah Jahan, belongs to Mughal kingdom, and for his wife, beloved wife, okay, in the name of his wife, for his love, Mumtaz Mahal, he built that. It was built in 17th century. What are the specialty of this Taj Mahal? The Taj Mahal was made with, it is made with white marbles and precious stones, and there is a dome which gives the attraction to the people. So many people will visit that. It attracts so many tourist people also. It is a world's best tourist place. In India, it is the number 1 also. Okay, and here it has 4 minarets at the 4 corners. White marbles and semi-precious stones have been used in it, and more than 1,000 artisans and craftsmen are worked on it. One more important thing, children. If you see on the walls of the Taj Mahal, there is a passage which have taken from the book Quran, which is called Surah. What is that? Surah. Okay. Children, now see, you have seen about the greatness of Taj Mahal. It is Nalanda University. What is that, children? Nalanda University. It is also one of the best monuments, best architecture is designed here. Here see, Nalanda University was built about 1500 years ago. When, children? 1500 years ago. See how much great it was. About 1500 years, still it is there. It is an ancient center for learning located near Patna, Bihar. Where it is located, children? It is located near Patna, which is the capital of Bihar. This here see residential university later become a flourishing center for Buddhist learning. So here it has become a flourishing, okay, it has become a flourishing center for Buddhist learning. Buddhist learning. So once again you see Nalanda University was built around 1500 years ago. It is an ancient center for learning, okay, located near which place? Patna, that is the capital of Bihar. This residential university later become a flourishing center for Buddhist learning. It is used to attract students. It is used to attract students and philosophers. Yes, it is a place, it is used to attract students and philosophers from all over the world. If you see all over the world, okay, those people will come here and they learn also. And here see, it has a huge library called Mountain of Truth. What is that, children? Huge library which is called Mountain of Truth. What you will do in library, children? You will learn so many things from the books. So here it stores thousands of books on astronomy, mathematics and philosophy. Astronomy, about the space science, okay. Next one is mathematics and philosophy. Astronomy, mathematics and next one is philosophy. So here this library has so many thousands of books, okay. The huge library that is called as Mountain of Truth, and it stores thousands of books on astronomy, mathematics and philosophy. The Buddhist monasteries are built like a row of small rooms around the courtyard. So if there is a courtyard, children, the Buddhist the Buddhist monasteries are also built. The Buddhist monasteries are also built in the courtyard in a row. The monasteries are towards the east and temple is towards the west. So these monasteries all towards the east and the temple is towards the west. So this is about the greatness of Nalanda University. Once again I repeat for the second time. See here, Nalanda University was built around how many years, children? 1500 years ago. It is an ancient center for learning located. So many people will go there and they learn also. This residential university, okay, later become a flourishing center for Buddhist learning. All the teachings of Buddha, okay, are going to learn there. It is used to attract students and philosophers from all over the world. See how much great. All over the world means all the people from different countries will come here and visit that place. See how much great it is. It has a huge library. What is that library? Mountain of Truth. And it has so many thousands of books on astronomy, mathematics and philosophy. The Buddhist monasteries are present on one side in a row and the temple on other side. In the courtyard the Buddhist monasteries are present. Okay, so this is about the greatness of Nalanda, okay, University. Children, so far we have seen the greatness of one is Taj Mahal, second one is Nalanda University. Now let us see about the Konark Temple. The Sun Temple at Konark. Yes, the Sun Temple. What is this, children? The Sun Temple at Konark. The Sun Temple at Konark in Odisha is a beautiful stone temple. Konark in Odisha, the Sun Temple at Konark in Odisha is a beautiful stone temple. So here the Sun Temple at Konark in Odisha, children. It is a state, okay, and it is a beautiful stone temple. And here you can see it's a here see the Sun Temple at Konark in Odisha is a beautiful stone temple built in the form of a chariot of the sun. See, children, see, it is a sun. So here you can't find Sun Temple anywhere, children. It is a special temple you can find only in Odisha. Okay, it is in the form of a chariot. See, the sun is there, the sun is present on the chariot. Okay, it is made up of sandstone and has 12 pairs of wheels. Sandstone, 12 pairs of wheels, seven horses. Sandstone, 12 pairs of wheels and 7 horses. The spokes of the wheels are carved as sundials. See, the children, the spokes will be present. Okay, see, these are called as the spokes. These lines are called as the spokes. So these are like sundial. These are like sundials, carved as like sundials. And can tell the time of the day. So these here these wheels are carved like sundials. What is the importance? They tell the time of the day. 2 giant lions guard the entrance gate. 2 giant lions are these, see, children. They are at the entrance of the gate. So once again, see the greatness of the Konark temple. The Sun Temple at Konark in Odisha is a beautiful stone temple built in the form of a chariot of the sun and here sun god. It is made up of sandstone, 12 pairs of wheels will be there, children, and 7 horses. So the sun will be on the top and the 7 horses and the chariot and the wheels. The wheels are special, children. These are carved like sundials. It tells about the time of the day. And 2 giant lions guard the entrance gate. Okay.